If you're a coffee person, then you know how amazing it is to have that morning cup that tastes just right and is a perfect temperature. In this video, I will go over my daily morning coffee brewing routine and everything I use. If you enjoy videos about minimalism, quality home product reviews, and purposeful living, please consider subscribing to my channel. We generally keep our counters clear, but since we use this coffee setup every day and it looks great on our counters, we decided to leave it out on display. Right above it is where we keep our coffee beans, our filters, and our mugs. Most of the mugs that we own are Hasami porcelain, which are beautiful to look at as well as functional since they stack on top of each other. If you're interested in purchasing anything you see in this video, I will link everything in the description below. I am using the Bodum Bistro coffee grinder, which has an integrated timer and a couple other features that make it a really nice compact grinder for home use. By rotating the top, you can choose how fine or coarse you want your beans to grind. You can see it shows a logo of an espresso for the finest, a Chemex for medium, and French press for coarse. For the timer, you simply choose how many seconds you want it to grind, with 5 seconds being the minimum and 20 being the maximum. Turn the grinder on and press the grind button at the top. I know there are other more affordable options out there, but if you can, I highly recommend getting this grinder. Moving over to the kettle, we own the Fellow EKG Plus Stag electric kettle with Bluetooth connectivity that allows you to connect and operate through a mobile app, which I will show you later in this video. On the back of the base, you can choose to hold the temperature once it reaches the desired temperature you chose, and you can choose between Fahrenheit or Celsius for the screen. To heat up the water, you simply fill the kettle up to the mark line in the inside and you turn it on by pressing the front button. As you can see in the top of the screen, I set my kettle to 201 degrees Fahrenheit. I am brewing Ethiopian coffee, which is a lighter roasted bean, so a lower temperature works perfect for it. Since I have the EKG Plus kettle, you're able to use their mobile app, which to be honest, I never use. I would actually recommend getting the EKG model if you don't think you'll be using the Bluetooth feature as much. The app is actually pretty basic. You can turn your kettle on and off, you can go higher or lower on your temperature, or you can use their suggested temperatures at the bottom. Now that the kettle is on and the temperature is where we want it, let's start brewing our coffee. We grab a Chemex filter, we place it in the top with the 3 folds towards the front, and you pour a little bit of the hot water over the filter to remove any of the paper taste it might have. Swirl the water to warm up the glass and then pour that water out. Add the fresh ground coffee and gently shake the Chemex to make sure the grounds are even and flat. By pressing and holding the front button, you will start the timer so you can keep track of how long it's taking you to brew your coffee. Before you start filling the Chemex all the way to the top with water, you should bloom your grounds by evenly wetting them with hot water. I usually go high enough to completely cover them and then wait for 30 seconds. Once you're done with the blooming, you start by pouring water back and forth to move the grounds. Then in a slow circular motion, you continue pouring all the way to the top. This is the time in the morning where you get to slow down and just wait, enjoying the smells of coffee. Quick disclaimer, I am not a barista or a professional coffee brewer whatsoever. What I do is just simply what I learned from watching many videos on how to use a Chemex, so I hope it's helpful for you as well. Once it's done, I throw the filter into our compost bin and our coffee is ready to go. This method does take a longer time than using the coffee maker or a pod, but I would really encourage you to try it. It will force you to slow down and really appreciate that cup of coffee once it's done. Thanks for watching.